What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and I want to give you a little bit of an update on what's going on with the Let's Plays. If you've been paying attention, then obviously I just recently finished uploading all of Fire Emblem, and even before that, I started uploading some episodes of Rainslick 4, or Penny Arcades on the Rainslick Precipice of Darkness, Part 4, whichever you prefer to call it. But I've been going with Rainslick 4. So, I guess I want to talk a little bit about why I chose that game and how I kind of arrived at that decision. So, when I started playing Fire Emblem, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do after it. Usually I like to know like one or two games in the future what I'm going to do next, but I had a hard time deciding. And then it kind of struck me what game I should play, but as time went on, I kind of decided that that was a bad idea, and I changed my mind, and then I changed my mind again at the last second. So basically what happened was, I explained a few times throughout playing Fire Emblem that the game I was playing, Fire Emblem, as it's known in North America, is the 7th game in the series. And it's a prequel to the 6th game in the series, which was not released outside of Japan. However, it's also a Game Boy Advance game, and I know for a fact that there are translation patches out there for it. So I thought that maybe for the next game I should play that. It's a continuation of the story of Fire Emblem, and I thought it'd be pretty interesting to play a game that has never actually been released in English. So that kind of fits into my niche of games that maybe people don't know about, maybe games people haven't played, and I thought that'd be pretty cool. But the further that Fire Emblem went on, the more I disliked that idea. The thing is, Let's Playing Fire Emblem was significantly more work than I thought it would end up being. So I've kind of gotten used to my videos being around like 20 to 30 minutes long. Sometimes they go longer, sometimes they don't, but that's kind of the average usually. But Fire Emblem, the average is more like, I want to say like 45-50 minutes. Some of them well over an hour, and obviously that's really long. And trying to put out one of those episodes every single day was a lot of work, like way more work than I was willing to do again. And that's why I decided not to do the Fire Emblem again, because I just don't have the time to put out 7 1 hour long episodes every single day. I've got other things to do with my time. I still hope to do Fire Emblem 6 at some point in the future, but for one, I need a bit of a break from such ridiculous episodes, and for another, when the time does come to play Fire Emblem 6, I'm gonna have to make a lot of changes to make it more reasonable. I've got a lot of ideas for how to do that, but those will come to light when the time is right. So, after Fire Emblem 6, my next plan was to play Breath of Fire, or specifically Breath of Fire 2. And the reason for that was it kind of represented for me like the exact opposite. Like, Fire Emblem 6 is a game that I haven't played before, would probably have ridiculously long episodes, would take a lot of work to kind of figure out. I wasn't planning on doing like a test run or significant amounts of research on it. But on the other hand, there's Breath of Fire 2, which is a game that I'm already intimately familiar with. I know I could just pound out like 20-minute episodes like nothing. It's a game that very much supports kind of the shorter play segments, because I still believe that even if it's annoying to do an hour-long episodes for Fire Emblem, I still believe that it's best to have a mission kind of self-contained all in a single episode. There are better ways to present it than what I did, but that's getting off topic. So, Breath of Fire is a game that I knew I liked, I knew the game, I could just put it together with kind of minimal effort, and it's a game that I've been meaning to do for a while. So I was gonna do that. I was right up until the end. I was okay. Breath of Fire's next. I even have the overlay for the videos already made for Breath of Fire. I made up the overlays, which I usually don't do until I'm done recording a previous episode or series. But right at the last minute, like I guess even past the last minute a little bit. It's doesn't matter. Um, about an hour after I finished recording the last episode of Fire Emblem, the Penny Arcade Rain Slick 4 was released. And Rain Slick 4 is a game by... it's a Penny Arcade game, but it's made by a company called Zeboyd Games, who they made a few games before. They made Breath of Death 7, Cthulhu Saves the World, and Penny Arcade 3. And those were all great games. I love Zeboyd Games. They make great stuff. Their games are like right up my alley. So I was really excited to play Rain Slick 4. So I just kind of decided right at the last minute, like, this is a game that I'm going to want to play anyways, so why not just, rather than having like my LPs and stuff get in the way of it, why not just make that the LP? It's something that I've done a few times before. I did it for StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. I think I did it for... It's a similar situation for Bastion. I did something similar with Amnesia. So yeah, I kind of just felt like I should just do it. And part of that is I wanted to... Getting episodes up for a game that's just newly released, it's not something that I really tend to do. But I thought it was a unique opportunity that I don't often get, because usually I play older games. And because of that, I kind of felt like if I got these episodes up really quickly, that not necessarily even for my own benefit, but I kind of felt like I could show everyone else how amazing this game probably is. At the time I hadn't played it, so I couldn't necessarily say that it was amazing, but I was expecting great things. And in so doing, I would hopefully push some sales for the game, even just a couple sales. I mean, I don't have any delusions that I have like 100 bajillion subscribers that are all going to be like, oh, this game is awesome, here, have hundreds of thousands of sales on your game. But even if a couple people were to buy the game that wouldn't otherwise, I mean, that'd be enough for me. Because I honestly believe that Zeboyd Games are amazing, and they deserve all the credit they can get for their work. And the more people who can see how awesome their stuff is, the better, in my opinion. Because it means bigger and better things from them down the road, right? So I suppose there's a little bit of selfish intent there. But so anyways, that's how I came to play Rain Slick 4. And that's kind of, I guess it can kind of be considered the plan going forward a little bit as well, because Breath of Fire 2 and Fire Emblem 6 are both games that I plan to play in the future. So what'll probably end up happening, if nothing else unforeseen ends up popping up, is I'll probably play Breath of Fire 2 after Rain Slick 4, and then I'll probably play Fire Emblem 6 after that. But that's not like an announcement or anything, that's just what seems to be what is likely to happen. So, yeah, that's about it. So, I guess I'll see you later. Or rather, catch you later.